This is what I would have said at the Senate impeachment hearings yesterday. My esteemed senators, we can debate the merits of whether or not we should or shouldn't impeach Trump. Would it make a difference in terms of healing the country no matter what the outcome? My guess is no, it would not. Why? Because our beloved country, these once United States, find ourselves on the verge of a civil war. Oh, come on now. Don't feign shock and surprise. Surely you are all smart enough to have seen this is where it was headed. Even the FBI has warned us that between now and January 20th, Inauguration Day, all 50 Capitol buildings are the potential targets of armed militias. The root cause of this civil war is so simple and could be so easily avoided. This country has been polarized by two factions with two opposing, irreconcilable beliefs. One faction believes that the election was won by Joe Biden, fair and square. The other faction believes that the election was stolen from Trump through a massive conspiracy of voter fraud. No matter which of these factions you belong to, you are left no logical choice but to believe that the opposing faction has betrayed democracy and the judicial system and the Constitution. You are left believing that the opposing faction tore down those three sacred pillars written into law by the Founding Fathers. Pillars on which we have together build a country that is truly great. The people who stormed the Capitol building last week, though their acts of violence were truly criminal, may well believe that they are soldiers overthrowing a corrupt government that stole the election from their true leader, Donald Trump. If this faction wins the Civil War, those soldiers will indeed go down in history as the heroic warriors that fired the first shots which gave birth to the new United States. It is, after all, the victorious who earn the privilege to write the history. On the other hand, if this faction loses the war, they will go down in history as a band of lawless thugs. So, senators, right now, there is one issue that is much more pressing than whether or not we impeach President Trump. The matter at hand is that of these two beliefs, one in voter fraud and one in a legitimate election, only one of these beliefs can be the truth. To believe the election was stolen, you have to have already abandoned as valid two Central American values. One is a belief in our judiciary system, whose findings cited time and time again with the position that the elections in all contested states were free and fair. The other is our system of voting. Courts all over the land have rejected all claims of systemic voter fraud. Every state has validated the results of their election on their own terms without federal intervention. And now, for the record, I wish to list the esteemed senators who claim that the election was stolen from President Trump through voter fraud. They are Ted Cruz, Texas; Josh Hawley, Missouri; Marsha Blackburn, Tennessee; Mike Braun, Indiana; Steve Daines, Montana; Rob Johnson, Wisconsin; John Kennedy, Louisiana; James Lankford, Oklahoma, as well as Senator-elects Bill Hagerty, Tennessee; Cynthia Loomis, Wyoming; Roger Marshall, Kansas; and Tommy Tuberville, Alabama. I'm asking one thing of each and every one of you. If you are being untruthful in your claims that the election was stolen from Trump, then now is the time to tell the truth. Only the resolution of the question of whether or not this election was free and fair will unite this country and end this civil war. If this war continues, there will be blood on your hands. Your names will go down in history either as heroes or as traitors. Again, it is the victors of this war who will decide how you are written into history. That is one decision you will have no say in. Thank you for your time and attention.